What's up, guys? I have to admit that Kyler Murray and Kliff Kingsbury are not going to work in the NFL. They're not. They are not going to work in the NFL because Kyler Murray is too small, can't see over linemen, and also the Cardinals are in a position where he fails because there's no running game. Unlike Baltimore with Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray has no running game. Kliff Kingsbury's offense is bad. He doesn't offer anything as an NFL head coach. He's the wrong hire, and Michael Bidwell has to make a decision. I believe that now Steve Keim is gone. He's going to be fired as well, and the Cardinals are going to bring in a new GM. And maybe they could build their defense a little bit, build around David Johnson, get some offensive linemen in there. And that's what they're going to need to do out in Arizona if they're going to be successful, because Kliff Kingsbury has never been a good offensive coach. He is overrated. I mean, Mahomes landed on Texas Tech because Mahomes was a baseball player, and Texas Tech allowed him to play baseball. You know, Baker Mayfield landed on Texas Tech because Baker Mayfield was really small and had no arm strength out of Lake Travis, okay, out of Lake Travis High School. And even when Baker Mayfield was there, even when Mahomes was there, Kliff Kingsbury did not really, generate a lot of wins. There were no wins that Kliff had at Tech that Baker Mayfield or this team was supposed to have. And he's not a great leader offensively. He went against horrid defenses where he just told guys to go long. He's a spread coach, kind of like a Mike Leach going to the NFL. And the air raid doesn't work because it doesn't work when you have offensive linemen that cannot block and you can't sustain a running game. So that's why Kyler Murray isn't good. And then when teams play, coverage on him, you're going to have linebackers and you're going to have to make throws to the third level of the field, in between, a lot of big linemen. And there's a lot of traffic in Kyler's face, and he can't throw deep balls. He's put in a position to fail, throwing about 40 times a game. So he does have good arm talent. It's just that he's a little short for the position. The shortest quarterback to play in the NFL. And Russell Wilson, even though Russ is like 5'11", Russ is able to kind of get outside the pocket, or his offensive line is really able to protect. And Russ also he does have a stronger arm than Kyler Murray. So, Murray can move the ball at times, but I mean, their defense with Vance Joseph, they can't run the ball a lick. I got to look up, their rushing statistics. They're probably dead last in the NFL in terms of their rushing offense, rushing yards per game. They're 23rd with 92 rushing yards a game. Their rushing offense, their attempts per game are probably dead last. 19 rushing yards a game. So all the worst teams in the league, the Falcons, the Cardinals, the Bengals, and the Dolphins, they all are the worst in terms of rushing attempts per game. And the best teams like the 49ers, the Ravens, the Lions, the Tampa Bay, actually Minnesota, Dallas, Buffalo, Eagles, Indy, and New England, they all are top 10 in terms of rushing attempts. So that's the game of NFL football. All the smart teams run the ball. And Kliff Kingsbury isn't the guy. He wasn't good at Texas Tech. And, I'm wrong on this one. I mean, Josh Rosen, if you could go back again and redraft, I would have taken Josh Allen, and I would have tried to hire Chris Richard or something as a head coach, or maybe even Kellen Moore. And Maybe you could get, if you get Tua though, you get Tua or Herbert, you take another quarterback and you build another team with a new head coach. I mean that's the way that I'd go about it.